2, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. On the Bears sideline, the head man, Ben Johnson. His guys ready to get this one going. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys also found in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start.
Jack Fox picking off.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They go here with a former Lion, it's DeAndre Swift. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game: 17 carries, 65 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's one where you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
To the air, Williams. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. If you're going to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
28-yard line.
He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Williams going to look to throw again. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Oh, a heck of a move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Lions now the former Cal Bear, the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Gone. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
180. What's up?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying the big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 30.
You talk about this Lions defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. Where are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. To throw, it's Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Williams. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Aiden Hutchinson drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
There wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
41-yard line.
180! Turbo.
Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, look at the juke. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Williams. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Williams loses the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback would be extremely happy if his defense could hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1.
What's up?
Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Once more, Montgomery. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Shane Zylstra there to make the grab. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we are tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got this complete to Burden.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for the Bears. First down. A gain of 12.
To the air once more. Williams. That pass complete to Moore.
To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 37-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Williams.
He'll try and do this himself.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
180. Turbo.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
For the Lions.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's
2nd down and 8.
40-yard line.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
The Bears first down. A gain of 21 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Swift again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
He'll
take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Guys, man, and it's called for a Chicago touchdown.
Rome Odunze.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 27. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. They'll get a yard, and that's all as they get him down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Goff now looking to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
41-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 3, second and a yard.
At the Bears' 3-yard line.
Hand off there to Gibbs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third.
180.
Here's Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Running for it, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hayden Hutchinson.
Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Williams.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Williams.
He'll try and do this himself. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw it out.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now it's gone.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 6
So after the
yards to
2nd
go.
down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Goff now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the
Back to throw. Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now gone. Fighting through pressure.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get 34 yards there.
That's good for the Bears. First down. A gain of 34 yards. And the Bears first down.
To the air, Williams.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And it's the man picked up from Washington just back in August, Brian Robinson. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. A scintillating run for the touchdown. The Steelers on top by 7. It's 17-10. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys hosting the New York Giants. And it's the back-to-back-to-back-to-back Pro Bowler, CeeDee Lamb. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. This one's at halftime, and it's the Cowboys trying to get to 2-0 on the young season. They're up big at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from a jam-packed Week 2 of the new NFL season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Yeah, they'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting ready to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Black 20.
Play action. It's gone. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Working to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Goff. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will tie things at 17-all. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the Dunze.
And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
40. And the Bears, 1st down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Pass complete to Loveland.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At the
To throw, Williams. Oh, Doozy wide open. It's complete.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
From the
yards.
13 now, they work
That's
on
good.
1st and 10.
Bears. First down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. We also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 29-yard
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3.
Not one that I've ever met.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass caught by Burden. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears, first down. A gain of 12.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a good push there defensively as they stop it at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Play action. Now Williams.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
To throw, it's Williams. Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Back to the running game with Swift.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second down at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this one with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Santos on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he is going to have a Lions first down as
as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That's into the hands of Cody Freeman.
And he gets us from inside the 13, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. Here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
13-yard line.
180. Turbo.
Goff now looks to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
Gain of 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
The Lions on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
Well,
they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Holding offense.
Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back to throw, Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Bears
to the air, Williams. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Looking to throw. Williams.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, fighting off the defender. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
180!
Goff.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
180! What's up?
Goff now to throw.
St. Brown on the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell.
Still first down.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
Now it's gone. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Goff. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Goff throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs.
And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore, they landed in France.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
He'll try to do it himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
14 yards.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Here in overtime as we are back underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation. Fake it. That's another way to get it done.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So an illegal block above the waist, CD, and that negates a nice run.
Yeah, and your primary job as a wideout is not normally protecting your quarterback. But there he tried to free up some space for him to run and take off, and ended up hitting him with a flag.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good. 4 on Bears. First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Once again, it's Swift.
A beautiful fake.
And a strong run that time as it's across midfield. And down to the 43. 86 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
On first and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Lions offense set to take over. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what the defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. A very solid gain of 27.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Looking for right, and he finds it. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on the receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of the smaller DB and hold that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Second and 10.
Go. 120. What's that?
A give right side for Gibbs.
And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? Let's stay with him.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Here's Williams. Gets this to Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's second down.
It's now second down and 20.
To throw, Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change in possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game? Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Go. Like 20.
It's Goff. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
For Sam Laporta, incomplete. It's now third down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Lions, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.